And I think I am live. Welcome to today's Q&A session. I'm really excited for today. So I hope that there's a lot of people joining me and that you have got actually questions for me. So before I get going, I'm just going to make sure that I am actually live on Facebook. So just give me a moment so that I can refresh my screen. And while I'm checking that, hello, Mike, can you hear me? Perfect. I'm glad that you can hear me. I just had Alfredo and he struggled to hear me, but if you can hear me, I know it's Alfredo's computer. Because we know that last week you also struggled with it. So let me just make sure that I do what I need to do to make sure that everything is just working fine. Have you got your cup of coffee or tea to keep you busy?
Got my breakfast.
Your breakfast. Oh, goodness.
Okay, yeah, I forgot until I'm normally up and around. I forgot that you changed to the day, and I had your notice came across. So,
oh my goodness, yeah. Unfortunately, we have got no choice. I had to move it to today. I'm just going to make sure because for some reason Facebook's not picking it up. I just want to see what's going on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, so we are live. All right. So how's your week been so far, Mike?
Well, it's not been terrible. I mean, I've been making a little progress here and there.
Lots of clients.
I really kind of slowed down. I had a couple come on that were interested in me doing some, and they wanted some. Their websites were in Spanish, and I don't think they thought they could work with somebody that didn't speak Spanish, so I didn't hear anything more from them. But there'll be others. I'm not necessarily.
Yeah, I sometimes do take on other languages, even if I don't speak it. But I just use Google Translate all the time. Every single conversation, every single piece of content. It is a challenge, but you know what? I love challenges, to be quite honest.
Yeah. It wasn't. I told them I would be willing to try it, but I haven't heard anything back from them. So we'll see what happens. They either moved on or weren't willing to try. Who knows? I don't worry about it.
Yeah. All right. So have you got questions, seeing that I know a lot of people can't make today? I think it was a little bit short notice to move the days, but I had no choice because Pedro's thing is tomorrow.
Right.
So if you got some questions for me before I can go on with other stuff.
I really didn't think about it. I mean, I was thinking about off the top of my head at this moment, no. And I'm probably still waking up. I did notice.
Well, there's a lot of things happening in anyways on the platform, and a lot of things that we sometimes not sure about. So I'm sure it's going to come to you if you for a moment don't know what's spotting, and you can ask me anytime during the session. We've got Enrico that's joining us on Facebook. Hello, Enrico. It's been a long time. No, see, I actually just answered a question that you had on Facebook with regards to the Google Tag Manager, as well as the Google code that Google gives you, where on the site do you need to put that. So I've already made some screenshots for you, and I've placed it onto the site or onto that post of yours. It needs to go. No, sorry, it needs to go under the site settings. So if you go to the website and you're going to go to the left-hand side, you click site settings. That is the place where you need to place it. But let me show you exactly where to go for that. So at least while you are here, I might as well just show you, right? And I can explain something to you as well when it comes to Google Tag Manager. I've actually done an in-depth course on Google Tag Manager and Google Analytics 4, the newer version. And I'm not going to lie to you, it was so strenuous. If people think that they are confused when they join our platform because there's so much to do, you have no idea when it comes to Google. I mean, really, there is just so many different things that you can do. And that is why we haven't provided in-depth training, because there is 1,000 ways of doing one thing. There's events, there's tags, there's all those kind of stuff. But I am going to show you at least the important thing that you need to know. So if you're going to go to the website manager, and then on the left-hand side right here, you're going to see we've got script settings. And then you're going to scroll to the bottom. And this is where it's going to happen. You're going to add your Google Analytics Pixel ID in there, and you're going to add the tag manager in there. If there is specific pages that they say you need to add it onto every page that needs to have the code, then you can go to the page itself. So I'm going to go to, let's say we want it just for this page and not all the other pages. Then you can go and click on, not that icon, sorry. You're going to go to the settings of that page and then scroll down, and you can add the page script in this area, and then make sure that you test it. There is some training inside of Knowledge Base, I think. Let's just see if I can pick up something while you are here. So let me go to Knowledge Base. I know that I've done some training on the Facebook Pixel, so that should help you out. So let me just click here, Google tag. Let's see, add your Google tag. Started with Instagram because that's for affiliate funnel. That's not the same thing. Just want to see if I can get, let's go with analytics, Google Analytics. Let's see if there's some training there. It doesn't look like it. There is one other place that you can go and take a look for training. So I'm going to show you. We used to have the old Build It All University. Remember, eons ago, that was such a long time ago. I'm sure in the files area right here, let's see if we can find something about the Google UTM tag. There it is. Google UTM tag, Google Tag Manager. I know it's a little bit of outdated, 2021. I don't know if Google has changed anything since this document, but I'm sure it's going to give you a little bit of guidance as to how to do that. I hope it's going to help you. So I cannot give you a guarantee that it will solve your problem. But I showed you where to add those pixel codes. It's just a question of testing it, right? So you're going to have to do that. All right, so that is that, Enrico. Hello, Astrid. I just said to Mike now, I don't think you're going to pitch today because of the things that change so fast.
No, I do meditation on, it's Wednesday night here. I do meditation on Wednesday night, so I only just got home. Just walked in the door.
Oh, okay. Well, you look good for somebody that got meditation. I can tell you, I went for a full body massage the other day, the first time in my life. And when that person was done with my back, I don't know, I was so confused. I didn't know where I was. I've never experienced something like that in my life before, and I swear never again, because I was really, really confused. And afterwards, they said to me it's because of the toxins that was released. So I don't know how much that could be true, but it was.
It is. I've had
enjoyable, but I was
massages.
confused when I had to set up, and I had to drink water or something because it was just it was mind blowing. But it was an experience, if I have to put it that way. It was an experience.
Oh, we do more. We did a bit of drumming on our drums and stuff, and just girly time, really. Basically, we were eating. It was two of our girls had their birthday. One was my sister, and one was my best friend. So it was their birthday. So we had cake and a drink, and just being merry.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, so I've been trying to answer questions here on Facebook, and I'm going to get back to you guys just now. Enrico, I'm sure that I solved your problem by showing you where to go. And then there's another person asking, can Jackie help us to push the yoga platform, the saloon, and all other as a single solution for them instead of enrolling them to Build It All? You're going to have to give me a little bit more details. MNSH Live, that is on watching us on YouTube. If you say push the yoga platform, the saloon and other, are you referring to templates? Because I'm not sure if you're saying platform as a single solution for them instead of enrolling them to build it all. Because enrolling somebody to build it all is different from a template. So let me know what are you referring to, because I'm not 100% sure what you're saying there. Is there a link to get onto the live? Yes, there is. Let me show you where to find them. If you go to Build It All University, let me go to the dashboard. If you go to University, Build It All University Live, and you click on that button, it's going to open up a page looking like this. And then right at the top, there is a button that says Join Session Live. So that is where you can find me if you want to join us. All right. So I'm just going to do University Live so I can keep that open. All right. So I hope that helped you, whoever that was. All right. There's no questions currently. Mike says he didn't have something for me at this stage. So Alfredo, I'm sure you wait in anticipation, and I hope you can hear me this time.
Yes, I can hear you very, very well. You can hear me, right?
Yes, I can.
May I ask you?
Yes.
Or do I have to wait? Okay, nice to see you again. And I have a challenge. In 10 days, I have a 5-day challenge.
Okay.
I'm a little bit confused on how to set up the sequences. I got all the 4 emails, one a welcome email, then another 3 testimonials, urgency, and so on. Could you go with us step by step and show us how to set up the sequences? I mean, the first email, I don't know, 5-10 minutes after they register. And after that, I am a little bit confused. I know the last one is the day before the challenge starts. I don't know how to set up the timing on the challenge, on the sequences, on the emails.
Okay, so there is 2 methods of how you can do it. You can make use of the workflow, or you can just create an email sequence.
Just the sequences.
All right. All right, so let's just do that. And I'm going to share my screen just now. I'm just opening up
Thank you.
a page in Mailing Boss. Hello, Judy. You are here.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, good.
All right, so let's just go, and I'm just going to go to the dashboard and start sharing my screen with you. All right. So there's something that I have learned today, and it's funny because we sometimes think that we do not know, everything. I mean, I'm one of those people that kind of think that I know quite a lot of the platform, but there's sometimes things that we don't know. And today I actually had that rude awakening to tell me that I don't know everything. So I'm just going to let you guys know there's a difference from creating an email from the area from the dashboard by click on create an email here. And if you are going to the email section here and you go to all emails and you create an email from that area. Now, let me tell you what is the difference. If you go from create an email here and you choose a sequence, you are creating the sequence separate by itself. It doesn't form part of all the other different kinds of sequences. Oh. So I might as well show you guys that because not a lot of people understand that. If I'm going to click on create email while we are busy, I might as well quickly do that. And I'm just going to say test. Now, a sequence is supposed to be something that there is a whole set of them all together. Okay. So I'm going to show you exactly how this works. Let me just put something here. Just so that we can get through this. And we're just going to save it for the sakes. So you can see what happens here. This was the sequence we just created, right? Yeah. And the type is a little line. Can you see that? I'm sorry, guys. My phone was ringing, and that's rude. Okay, I just want to say, I'm in a meeting. Bye. Sorry, that was my child. I had to answer them because she's so young. She's like 16, and what if something happens? So please, sorry about that. So, guys, can you guys see that there is a little line, and it tells you, it can't tell you what it is. Is it a sequence? Is it a campaign? What is it? And if you click on it, and you want to update it, it just updates that one email. It doesn't give you access to other emails that forms part of the set of sequence. It's different to the sequence like this. So if I go click here and I say update, okay, that one wasn't connected, but I'm going to show you now. If we go to the dashboard, I'm going to show you what happens. We've got a subscribers, oh, not subscribers. We've got emails, email sequence. And then here's our email sequences. All right. You can see we don't have a test here. Remember, we just created a sequence, but it's not here. But if you create a sequence from this area, you would be able to update it and have lots of different sequences within one bulk set. All right, if you want to put it that way. So if you have got a sequence maybe for a specific client, this would be the way to go. If you're just going to send one sequence at a time and it's random, then you can go from the dashboard, which was the other way around that I just showed you now. Does it make sense? Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say here? The difference between creating an email from this area and creating it from that area.
Yeah, but
So for this example, Alfredo, you're not going to go this way because
no. I always went to the list, subscriber list, and so on. I created sequences at that place.
Okay, so there we go. This is our email sequence. So let's start with creating a sequence.
With the first one, okay. Let's see.
Okay, this is Alfredo sequence. This is the set of sequences that we are creating.
Yes.
Sequence,
Yes.
and that's our default list.
Pick a list.
Right. So there it is. It's connected. Now we're going to go and update the sequence, and we're going to work with the first one.
Yes,
Right.
and update.
So we're going to click on update. We can give the sequence a
A
name.
name, whatever. Email one, let's say.
With welcome. Let's say welcome.
Yeah. Okay.
We've got all of that is correct. We're going to go save. You're going to
Okay.
write your things.
Okay, pick up whatever over there.
Okay. We're going to click save.
Okay. Here comes
Now
the
we
nice
get to
part.
this area.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see this area.
So after subscribe, you immediately want them to receive the welcome
5-10
email.
minutes.
So you leave it exactly like that. Why do you want to wait 10 minutes? You
5
give it to them
minutes,
immediately.
Whatever.
Okay.
Because
So
I
you
have
really
a welcome email in the as soon as they subscribe to the list, I have set up over there
Okay.
the welcome email.
Okay. So then you can set this maybe to 10 minutes, like you
Okay.
say, after the welcome email, depending what it is.
Okay.
You can leave the hour at the same as of subscription. Then you don't have to worry about that one.
And
and
how
because
about that button? That toggle button?
This one here,
No, the other one.
the subscription button.
The other one. The other one.
This one.
Yes.
I'll tell you now what you need to do there, what that is about. Now, for this to be sent, it just means after they subscribe, it's going to wait 10 minutes and it's going to
Yes.
send them according to the hour that they have subscribed.
subscribe.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. You can activate this in future, but in this case, we don't need that at all. Send to subscribers means if you have an existing list currently and you
Yes.
want that to be sent to them, you're going to slide this. But you need to be extremely careful if you're going to make use of this button, because this person on your list maybe has already subscribed like
Okay.
10 days ago. And if
Yeah.
you slide this with every email that you say send to existing customers, they're going
all
to
of
get
them.
50,000 emails in one go. So you need to be very careful if you want to say, okay, from now onwards, let me send it to every single customer that I have on my list. All right. But that is something you need to be careful of. Then you're going to click save and activate. In this case, I'm just going to say save.
Just
because-
save it. Okay.
Now we're going to go to the next one. We're going to click on add email.
Okay. Just duplicate.
Okay.
Whatever.
This one we can call, let me just go on mine. This one we can call, let's say day one.
Day one there.
Day one. Day one. We're going to choose our list. All right. We're going to do whatever the subject is.
Yes. Day one.
Okay. Just wait for my internet
I tend to always duplicate the first one. That way you've got your header and footers and everything set up. I just find it so much easier.
Yeah, I do it that way too, but I'm trying to go through the motions in case we miss something here for Alfred. All right, so now we're here again. Now you need to decide, when do you want the next one to be sent? So the first day it was 10 minutes. Maybe you want to send this a day later. So we're going to say, okay, I want to send it one day later, that after they have subscribed, 1 day. Same subscription, same everything, and activate. Are you with me?
Yes, I'm following you.
Okay, then we save it. So now you can see what we've got. After subscribe, it's going to wait 10 minutes. It's going to be sent. Then after they subscribe, it's going to wait 1 day. Then it's going to send.
Okay.
The same. Now you're going to go to the next one. This one you're going to call 1 month later. Or 1 week. Let's do it 1 week.
Let's say 1 week.
1 week. We're going to click save. Week. So I don't know what I'm pasting there. Oh, I'm pasting the StreamYard link. Okay. Now it's 1 week. All right. So we need to make sure you've got minute, day, hours, and day. So that would be 7 days.
7 days. Okay.
And then we're going to click save and activate. The only time that you need to activate at a certain date and time is if you want the sequence to start in the future. So let's say I'm setting up all my sequences. My launch is going to be on the 1st of June, and I want to start setting everything up and get it ready. Then I can change this and say, okay, this sequence needs to start on the 1st of April at 12 o'clock or whatever. Then it means that this sequence is not going to happen until that specific day, and then it's going to start sending. This is for future references. This is not for sending it according to date and time. You can see here, it says, according to your time zone, by setting this date and time, the sending will start in a month, which means is everybody that is going to subscribe to your list after this day is going to start getting it according to the time sequence that you set at the top. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 5, because the sequence only starts at the activated date of time. So even if you've got subscribers joining now, this is not going to be sent to them until this day happens. Then it starts sending out. So 1 day after subscribe, 2 days after subscribe. I hardly uses this because I find it is very difficult, especially if you're making use of the things at the top. If this was a 0 and you didn't have anything to do with that, you can activate the time and send it according to a specific time. This email must go on that date. The next email must go on that date. But for what you have done, you don't need to.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. How about the toggle button? Because let's say we have the following scenario. Okay. We started doing the Google ads, Facebook ads, whatever. They start subscribing. Okay. The challenge is in 10 days, let's say. Okay. If I said this, okay, I'm setting the sequences 5 minutes, 1 day, 7 days, whatever. I need to set up, let's say, the last sequence in the whole sequence, the day before the challenge.
The day before the challenge,
okay, the starts. Okay, I have to toggle that button so everybody who register already, they have to get that email telling them, okay, tomorrow morning we'll start the challenge.
You know what? If you are going to do that, my suggestion is as follows: is to keep it off. If it's a brand new list, just keep it off like that. Because if somebody joins now, they're automatically going to get into the sequence. This is just if you've got existing subscribers on your list. All right. So I would personally create a sequence for people that are brand new joining your list. People that are already on your list, you can send them another sequence.
I'm sorry for interrupting you. Okay, if this is scenario, okay, let's say the challenge starts in 10 days, and I have here the emails set up on I don't know, the third email on 7 days after they subscribe. If they subscribe to 3 days before the challenge, they don't have that opportunity to get my emails because the timer will expect.
Yeah, it's going to be delayed. You are correct. So basically, what you are saying is that they're going to get this email 7 days after, and this whole challenge has already started.
Yes.
All right. So the idea is to move them from the list at a certain time period. You can move people from one list to another list as they subscribe or they register. Are they registering for this course or for this thing?
Because I was tempted to do, the first email 5-10 minutes. Okay, welcome, whatever. And after that, I don't know how to play because they register today, they have the whole span, so set 10 days. But if they register 3 days before the challenge, the sequence doesn't go sending them the emails. This is what I'm talking about. So I have to do some of the emails on the certain date, fixed date. So, the day before the challenge started, everybody make sure everybody gets the email telling them, tomorrow be ready at 7 o'clock, whatever.
Well, then you can then you can use this one here. Then you don't have to make use of that. So then you can activate this specific one to start. So let's say that your sequence, your launch is the 3rd, and you want to remind them for the last time. You're going to choose your date and your time, and you're going to click OK. Then it will be sent according to that time. It won't, that has got nothing to do with it. It's going to send it on that date.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the other thing is, if you have got people that are subscribing to your list right now, let's say you're starting this whole promotion, and you want to start sending the sequence, you can still use it the way that I said to you without activating at a specific date and time. And the way, why I'm saying this is because I don't know how long your sequence is going to be before that time. I mean, you're giving them a few emails to try them to get to register, correct?
Yeah.
So that is why I prefer that you have your sequences like I showed you earlier without a specific time. The only thing that you have to do is then you have to have another list. So you're going to have 2 lists. One where people the first time actually subscribe to your list, and then one list where they register to attend your launch or your webinar or whatever the case might be. And then the moment that person register on your new list, the workflow will tell them to unsubscribe them from that first list and leave them on the new list. Then they won't get the rest of those emails. Do you get what I'm saying? So basically, you're going to set up the sequence like I showed you previously.
Yes.
You're not going to make use of this activate at a specific time. You're not going to use it. You are going to only use 10 minutes, then 1 day, then 3 days, or whatever the case might be. And all of these sequences is connected to one specific list. All right.
Yes.
The moment a person subscribes to your new list, they will unsubscribe from the previous list. You're going to do that with the system. I just need to check where it is on this one. So let's just create another list here.
Is there any way easier we're using the workflow?
Yeah, you can do it with a workflow if you have created a campaign. If you've created the campaigns and not email sequences, what am I doing here? Sorry. If you have created a campaign and not email sequences, you can even with the email sequence. You don't necessarily have to have the sequence, but campaign is a lot easier because a campaign is not connected to a specific list or to a specific time period. There in the workflow, you can determine when it needs to be sent at a specific date. All right. That would override all the other scenarios that I can think of, or the one that I'm telling you for people to subscribe and unsubscribe. Because if you're going to go to let's do the workflow one, then maybe that might be easier for you. So if we've got the workflow, and we're just going to create unsubscribe, and we're going to say the tag workshop. All right. So the moment they subscribe to your subscriber list, you are going to start sending them the first email or campaign. Let's go to sequence. I think there is one for email, receive email. And let's say it is the welcome one. All right. So that is the first one that they're going to receive. Once they received it, we're going to wait.
Make sure they open or they click the link, whatever.
No, you can, but you don't have to worry about that. You can stop this link there. It's just you send them an email, then you're going to wait 1 day. And after that 1 day, because you set the time now there, you see, that is the time period.
Yeah.
So after that 1 day, you're going to send them the next one. So let's go to the next one. Or you can have link click. It depends on what you want to do. So let's say they receive another email. And this one would be, let's say, day 1. And we're going to click save. Then they're going to receive another one. The only reason why it puts like that, it gives you the options to add conditions to it. That's really what it is. And then you can have another one. And then maybe now you say, okay, we're going to wait, schedule a weekday. So let's say you want to schedule a specific weekday for it to happen. And it needs to happen on a Monday at, let's say, 2:15. So then it's going to wait until the next one is being sent. Can you see what I'm saying with regards? You just need to decide the time periods that you want to use. If this is not what you want, and I'm going to give you the other scenario now. Let's just delete this. And I love this way, the one that I previously told you. You've got all of your emails that you've already set up perfectly as a campaign, not a sequence or whatever. The difference now is you're going to start sending them that campaign. All right, so let's say campaign that you've set up. We haven't set up a campaign, but let's pretend that this is the campaign that we've created, the set of sequences that we just created in the workflow, where we've got them already set by day, by month, by whatever.
Yeah.
Now we're going to say we send them that emails. All right. And then we're going to choose, where's the other list? Just want to see, send email. So we've already got the campaign. Yeah, there's the campaign. Okay. When they open up the email, let's say they open up, I don't know which one is now the workshop, that one. When they start opening it up, because you cannot choose between all the different kinds of emails that you've sent, because I can't remember all the names now. What was those names that we've created? Welcome draft. I think it was welcome draft. Welcome draft. All right. So that is welcome draft. All right. So if they open up the welcome email, then actually, wait a minute. I am going to make you confused here. Let me just think about it, because you want to unsubscribe. My mind is at another place. Hold on a second, Alfredo. I know I'm confusing the daylights out of you. Hold on a second. You can actually, let me just ponder on that for one moment here and move this around, because once they are inside of the workshop, or once they receive it, you're going to have another list. When they subscribe to the other list, you want them to be removed from the old list. That's what I was actually thinking about. Yeah. And I think, you know what, Alfredo, I'm going to create a video for you, because let me go play around with it. Because I remember the old mailing boss, it was easy because it was at the bottom. Subscribe and unsubscribe. I don't know.
Yes, at the bottom it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me, for the sake of this exercise and not keeping people too long, I'm going to create a video for you, and I'm going to send it in your direct messages. I'll send you the link. On how to do the
play with the mailing boss sequences and lists, and sometimes I got some challenges, and simply when I saw that didn't work, didn't send the email, simply I send a broadcast to make sure that they receive my email.
No, that's too long. That's way
too
too
long,
long
yeah.
process. Yeah. I just want to quickly just take a look here at the overview of these pages, because in the past it used to be here at the bottom, and I don't see that anymore because it made it so much easier to move a person. Okay, but I'm going to create you that video today.
And,
Today. I will create it for you today, and then I'll just drop it for you in the, I'm going to drop it there, and I'll probably drop it inside of the Facebook as well, so that other people can have the same video.
yes, because I was
important.
mixing the day they register 1-2 days and at a fixed date and so on. And sometimes it was working, sometimes it didn't.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's risky to do it. I would rather try and make it as simple as possible and not have too many things happening. For me, I know that it works if you set a plain campaign, like I showed you just now. If you set up those sequences and you just unsubscribe them the moment that they register on the new list, then it makes everything better, because then they're not going to get 1,000 emails one after the other one, because then they're already on your subscribe list. And I know that works because I've done it plenty of times with my clients. So I just need to go and see where they do it in the new
Thank you.
one.
I do appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Astrid?
Hey.
Oh, Mike?
I'm sorry. Jackie Enrico has a question in the Facebook group.
Okay. Which one was that now?
With Google Tag Manager, and there is a tutorial. I just found it that you made recently. I think.
Yeah, I spoke about this earlier already. I told right in the beginning of this our Facebook Live, I already gave him the instructions.
Thank you.
The other person see the funnels to use as an affiliate. And that is with regard to the Push the Yoga platform, the Saloon, and other as a single solution for them instead of enrolling them to build it all. You will need to adjust that funnel or recreate it or make it your own. Unfortunately, if you are making use of the funnels that we have available in the Funnel Club, you can download some of those funnels and you can make it your own and use that for your specific requirements. It's not as easy just to create for every single type of niche out there. It's just not going to work. You have to download it and adjust it to create a solution for them on that specifically, unfortunately. But we can ask. Astrid, you had a question.
Oh yeah, I'm off mute. I had a client message me about Super Checkout. She sent me a photo, like when someone buys a product. See you, Judy. Or are you going? Oh no, you're there. When someone buys a product and then she sells an upsell product, so they buy a second product when they upsell, it keeps coming up. They have to sign in, and it's confusing people, and they're losing people because they have to sign in.
Oh, I know. Sign in where? If they after they made the purchase.
Checkout, yet they've just bought a product, and then they go to buy another product, and then they have to sign in, and they're again. And I've had this before, but people drop off because they go and I don't want to sign in. They just want to buy the product.
I think the only way around it, I hope she's using Stripe, because Stripe has got the functionality to remember your card details.
Oh, so if in Super Checkout we don't have saved details, it might not remember it.
That's what I think it is. I haven't tested it myself, but I know with the Stripe, if there is an option at the bottom that says save my card details when you go through the checkout on Stripe. And I think if you say save my card details, I don't think it's going to ask you again for the same, unless you have, let's say you purchase something today next week you want to purchase again and you use a different email address, then it's going to ask you to register again.
Oh yeah, if
That's-
it's a new email address, I know, I get that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I try and I've had these couple of little niggles before where people saying, you know, when you've got to buy a product, if you've already got a super checkout account, you've got to log in.
Yeah.
It
I
does
get what
get-
you're
it does get a little bit confusing sometimes.
saying. I get it. I haven't tasted. I haven't tasted it. Tasted it myself to see actually what happens in the process, and I've never came across something like that before, so that's why I can't even tell you yes, this is the reason, but my mind tells me.
Yeah, she sent me a screenshot of it. She said, Mel asked me to send you a picture of what is coming up when the upsell link in my email is clicked. It asks people to sign in. Is there a workaround?
Oh my goodness, I don't know. Can you hold on 1 second, guys? Just hold 1 second.
Oh, 1 sec, she disappeared.
That's probably her daughter.
Well,
Just
you
to
know,
get
when the cat's away. Mhm.
in.
What are we gonna do? I'm still recording. Keep it clean.
This could be my chance. I could break into in show business. I could audition right now. Oh, she's back.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, but you know, if you've got kids, you know how it is. If you're the only one at home and you have to open the gates for everybody, it's like,
I said, that's her daughter. I knew. I said, that's her daughter. You have to get in.
no, I mean, it's crazy, crazy. First she phones me, and then the second time, and I mean, I don't want to put my phone off, and then the second time they're at the door and they don't have keys. I'm like, okay. But anyway,
That's right. Mike was going to entertain us somehow.
oh, that would have been so cool. All right, but Estrid, I don't know. I'm also going to play around with it. I like these challenges that comes up, like the one with Alfredo as well, because it's those things that a lot of people are asking about. So I'm
Yeah,
going to do
well,
the same with your stuff, and I'm going to see what happens if I do it. If it asks me the same thing, I'm going to create 2 products, going to create the upsell, and see if it's going to ask for my details again to log in.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Especially if you tick that block. It shouldn't, because I remember my previous trainings that I did like in 3 years ago, where I told the people they must be very careful with Stripe, like it's a one-time upsell or a one-click upsell. So when you set it up in Super Checkout, there is an option that you choose inside of the block. Let me show you quickly. And I think it can affect everything for this lady as well. Maybe they haven't done that. So it's worth it to go and try this and see if that is going to work.
I'll see if I can log into her account and have a look.
Yeah, that is the best way to go. Let's just go to this test.
I have access to all of them.
Yeah, I know. Same here. All my accounts, all my clients, everybody's.
Yeah,
Feels like
they
everybody.
always say, "Can you go have a look at that?"
Yeah, I know that. I know how that goes. So if we set up a product, and let's just go to the Stripe. Ask to safeguard when paying. That option. You need to slide it. Now, this is my test account, so I can't ask it here. But slide that button and see if it's going to make a difference.
I'm going to have
And
a look
then-
at her 2
And
products.
then when you are done with it, that's not the end. When you go to the links, you need to see that there's going to be one that says here, one-click upsell. Mine is not showing it because this is a testing one, but it should show 2 different links, one for a one-click upsell and the other one will not have it. That was now monthly. Let's see if I can have one here. Not on this page. But just check. Do yourself a favor and check if there is a link there that says one-click upsell. Okay.
I've got
'Cause I'm
her
not
account
sure-
open. Do you want me to share it with you?
Yeah. Share it on screen. Let's see.
Because maybe she just hasn't set it up right. Share
No,
screen.
you never know.
Share screen. Window. This one. Okay, so this is her. I better work over here, not on that screen. So this is her. I don't know which is which. So she's got two products here.
Okay. Just check the links.
So I'll don't know which is which, but
Pricing.
pricing.
And then the block stripe at the top.
Yeah, that
Link.
when I look, it
Okay,
says
slide.
after
Okay,
save.
that's fine. Close that one. And then go back to the links. To the back of the product, not there. Can't go completely out. And click on links. There it is. One-click upsell URL. That's the URL you need to use. That's the one I was referring to.
Okay, so that's the one she's got to copy for the upsell, not
Yeah,
the
you can see
bottom
it
one.
says that use this responsible after successful payment using Stripe. You're able to use this one-click button in your page, which means if a person is going to click and upgrade, it's not even going to ask for the bank details. It's just automatically going to purchase that product.
Okay, so she mustn't.
It's not
have
even
it
going to
linked.
ask them. Just let her know. It's not even going to ask them, are you sure you want to purchase this product? It is just going to purchase it. That is what the power is. And that's why that warning is there.
So, but it's still asking them for them to sign in. That's the issue.
It won't. Not using one-click upsell. Because if they've made the purchase the first time, the second time, the system remembers it and it gets purchased straight away. Not asking for your details or anything. And I promise you that is how it works because
So do you think she's copied the wrong link for it to upsell?
Yep. I'm convinced she has.
So I wonder where she would be putting that.
Not sure. You're going to have to go take a look.
I'm going to have to go and ask her more information.
For sure. Is there any other questions? And I'm sorry to rush it, but I have got another meeting at 4:00. So let me know.
I did have an issue with e-learning, but I think I might have solved it. It wasn't releasing a membership area when you've locked one out. But I think it was because we didn't have it as a pay, that you have to register, do not need to register.
Okay.
So when you're doing like a student level access, you have to have a
registration needs to happen.
Registration has to happen. And I think we got it working, but for a little while it wasn't working. So that's just a good thing.
That is something that I try to avoid when it comes to the e-learning, or e-learning combining with a membership. If registration has to happen on the e-learning, I never put it in a membership site. Purely because it means the person is going to have to log in twice for user experience reasons. So, but if I cannot let a person register, then it's still fine. But have you tried, because that's what I've done recently, inside of the membership area, you can register a student from the membership area. If you choose the e-learning, there is an option that says register student. Make sure that you tick that block. The only thing that you cannot do then is to make use of the integration keys that is sitting inside of the e-learning at the bottom, where you can zap information to Zapier or wherever. that functionality is not going to work because there wasn't a real registration happening through the platform. But you can add a student. I just do not know if that is going to be able to work for you if you are going to have multiple access at the top. That I don't know. It is worth a try because this is one of the biggest things that I had with my client is we try to make the user experience as friendly as possible by letting them only sign in once, but they wanted to have a membership area because they've got so many different kinds of e-learnings and they wanted it to have it be on one page. But the challenge was that they didn't want to let the client log in twice. So that overcome that problem. So I managed to get the person to register in the e-learning, but they were all in a membership page, and the client could see how far the person has progressed in the e-learning.
Yeah, so that was the issue with that one. I know you've only got a couple of minutes, but so they've got the membership area and they're manually adding people in that have been in it previously because they've rebuilt it. You know, they've come over to Builderall, so they've added them in manually. But three lessons, they have to buy the product, buy the download, because it's $330 per download. So what they did is they created a multi-level access for that. So which thank you page do we have when they're buying the extra product for the download? Because I can't get that bit to work.
You should have a thank you page for every option that you create in Super Checkout. It must have its own thank you page.
Yeah. So what we did was we created thank you pages, but so when I did it and tested it and purchased it, so it went to the thank you page and we've actually put the download on the thank you page because just to be safe. But when I went back into the e-learning, it won't let me, even though I bought it, it won't let me download the document in the e-learning.
Is it a document in the e-learning?
Yeah.
You can't just send them via email the document and not have it inside of the e-learning. So the moment they make the purchase, there's an automated email going out to the person receiving that download.
Yeah,
or does
that
have to have it via?
or like, you know, you could just have it on the download on a thank you page, so that would suit it as well. But what was strange is because we had it set up, you know, the multi-level access and it was connected all correctly.
Yeah, the reason why it didn't release it and you had to log in again.
Release it in the e-learning. So that was the whole idea, is to simplify it rather than having everything complex.
Have you contacted support to see what they say about it?
Not yet, because it's a bit
Maybe
complex.
there is.
Explain it.
Yeah, I think the best is what I always do is to create a video and go through the motions so they can see exactly what I see. Yeah. Show them how you have set it up and then go through it and make a purchase and show them how that you cannot get access to that thing. That is the only way to get it resolved so that they can see if they can replicate the issue.
Yeah, okay. I don't feel like doing it tonight, so I'll just do it tomorrow. It's already midnight.
Yeah. So let me just say the last thing before I'm going to get going for people watching right now. Remember that we have got Pedro's meeting tomorrow. If you guys don't know the time and whatever, go to the Facebook community group, and right at the top, the pinned post is going to give you all the information as well as the link to the YouTube where you can go watch and ask your questions. And obviously, it's going to announce the new winners for the Builderall Dream Awards. And then one last thing that I have to let everybody know is that the promotion that we had for 30% discount over 3 months period is expiring, I think, at the end of this month, which is when? 28th today, 29th is tomorrow. So that is no go anymore. It is expired. The only one that is left would be that Save 50 with a coupon code that you can get for the first month. just so that everybody knows the changes that has happened inside the platform. So from
Yeah,
everybody
oh
at
my God.
Facebook, it's great to have you guys here. If you've got questions, tag me. If you are interested to figure out what we're going to do with Alfredo's thing, I'm going to drop a little video inside of our group as well. Maybe I might just make a video for Knowledge Base. I think that would be better, on how to subscribe and unsubscribe from a list so that more people can get access to that. Just add to my workload, you know. That's nothing. But anyways, it was good to have everybody here that are watching. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you all around. Bye.